everyone, my name is Madhumita Chatterjee. Welcome to this video. As you all heard, my name is Madhumita. You all must be knowing that I'm a cybersecurity and a governance risk compliance professional. Apart from dance choreography, dance direction, my main job is about cybersecurity and governance risk compliance, various regulatory audits like PCI audit, which focuses on payment card industry audits, and SOC audit, which focuses on security operations and controls audit. I am an auditor. I audit various firms like banking firms, telecommunication firms, international banks firms, and I conduct their regulatory audit. Now, today I have come up with another video which will educate you all about an amazing tool which is known as SOC monitoring tool. What is SOC monitoring tool? First of all, let's understand what is SOC. SOC is nothing but as security operations controls monitoring tool. So today we are going to understand what is all of this. And apart from SOC monitoring tool, we are also going to understand what do we mean by file monitoring tool. So, the main aim of this video is to understand what a senior manager does if he or she is appointed as a SOC team lead, a SOC team senior manager, a file monitoring department senior manager. So, we are going to understand that. Now, to understand these concepts in a very deep manner, we have to understand what a SOC manager does and what the entire team of SOC does. Now, any leading IT company, any leading banking company, they all have a strong SOC team. Again, I'm repeating the full form of SOC, Security Operations and Controls Team. Now, any IT environment, every company will have its own IT environment. For example, we all use like our salary gets credited into a bank account. So we are all involved with a bank. Many companies like Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, they all have their IT environment. Let's say some media companies like Geo, Z5, Prime, Amazon Prime, Netflix. These are all digital streaming platform companies. They all operate in an IT environment where videos are uploaded and we log in and we see these videos. Now, if you as a manager are a part of such IT company like Netflix, Apple, Instagram, Facebook, Meta, or you as a SOC manager are a part of a banking firm, let's say Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, and so on, you need to understand that you have to study the bank's IT environment. And as I told you, today's video is about the manager of the SOC team and what does the manager of the SOC team does. So you need to understand what are the things that the manager will track. So before that, let's understand what is a security incident. What the security team actually tracks. Now, security team tracks every activities that is happening in the bank's IT environment. Here I'm taking an example of bank, but it can be any company's IT environment. So the manager and the SOC team actually monitors login, log out activities. Now, let's say if I use a banking app called ICICI Bank. Okay, so I have to properly give my password, my OTPs, my fingerprint, and then only I can log in. If it is my own banking application and if someone else is logging in, that means it's a security labs, right? So those those login activities, those Unauthenticated login activities are tracked by the SOC team. Suspicious IP access from, let's say, some hacker is hacking our banking application sitting in Russia or sitting in Japan. We don't know. So we also track these suspicious IP accesses. Then we track unusual customer account activity, network traffic, malware alerts. Very, very important for a part of SOC team, malware. Every single second that we are using IT, that we are using phone, we are being subjected to crores and crores of malware. But do you feel that? No. On a daily basis, we don't feel that because there is a SOC team working for every single bank. There is a SOC team working for your WhatsApp who blocks these malwares so that they can't reach you. So in SOC, what happens is there are tools, monitoring tools which detect such malwares and they block it so that it does not affect you. But guys, as I always tell you all one thing, security can only be improved. No one can guarantee that, you know what, you're 100% secure. No, we can't guarantee that. We can only try and protect you. So there are chances that there are some malwares which come and affect your system. So from our side we can only understand the latest malwares and stop them, but there are cases where even SOCTM fails and malware can get into your mobile application. That is the reason when we security team come to you customers, we always make inform you, never click any unknown links, never receive any unknown calls, because that is the only way they can enter your phone, your banking applications, and take out data, take out money. If those pathways are closed, then it comes to our responsibility that we do not get that malware inside your system. But yeah, anything can be done, but it's always important to stay vigilant. So yeah, so SOC team monitors phishing attempts, they also monitors what privileged users can do. Okay, let's come to this point. What do you mean by privileged user and a normal user? Let's say I built the application of HSBC Bank. Okay, I built the mobile application of HSBC Bank. I am the developer. Okay, but there could be my managers who would have elevated access. Elevated access means some more power to the applications. They can delete or add anything and all of that. So now my managers are having elevated access. Let's say someone resigns, and if that person had some grudges against the company, that but remember, that manager had elevated access, so even after resigning, because of his access, he can come and delete anything and can destroy things in the applications. So as a SOC team, we ensure that whenever a person is resigning, and especially for the people who are having privileged access, their access are revoked once they are terminated or resigned. And not just that, every privileged user's access are reviewed on a quarterly basis. Quarterly access reviews is a norm, is a PCI audit requirement. It's a regulatory audit requirement. It's not like it's optional. Especially Indian banks and international banks, they follow this. They always have a user access reviews. So yeah, that's what SOC team does. Now let's come into file integrity monitoring. Now, what does this tool file integrity monitoring does? It only focuses on monitoring sensitive files. What can be sensitive files for bank? Financial transaction records, user credentials, encryption keys, audit log, file's core banking system configuration. So anything, any files that are there, if it has been edited by someone, we can track that down. Who has edited, at what time he has or she has edited, and what exactly was edited. Was it deleted? If it was deleted, was proper permission given or not? So the job of a SOC team is so heavy that they have to be aware 24/7. Guys, hacker does not see that let's hack only Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Correct? So hacker can hack at any point of time. So usually the SOC team operates in shift duty. So 24/7 monitoring happens. So yeah, this was just a gist of how a SOC monitoring tool operates, a file integrity monitoring tool operates. Now, let me tell you, what does the manager of such team does, or what does the director of such team does. So the director, the manager, they analyze weekly data, they analyze monthly data, they analyze quarterly and annual data. Now, what do they analyze? They analyze in that week how many alerts we had, how many suspicious logins we had, okay, how many loss we had to incur because of unauthorized login. Okay, so these statistics are calculated by the manager, senior manager, director, and this statistics is given to the leadership team, which includes the CXOs, which is CEO, CTO, CMOs, and chief financial officers. So this helps the bank to understand at what level of threat they are lying, what amount of money they are losing every quarter. Now, this is all negative part, but the SOC team and the manager of SOC team does not have to be always negative. There are also metrics which are very important, which the SOC team and the manager of SOC team presents. How many unofficial login attempts were blocked, how many unofficial transactions were reverted to and credited back to the original person. So those positive stats are also given, like a presentation is created and given to the higher management. So we, the SOC team, the file integrity monitoring team, and the managers of SOC team always have to present how is my company doing. Like it's been 24 hours, okay? Let's say your GPay application or your PhonePe application is there. Let's say today morning at 10 a.m. you had around 1,000 rupees of bank balance, and at today's time, in the evening 10 p.m., in the night 10 p.m., if your bank balance is still 1,000 rupees, that means you are safe. That means our monitoring tools are working perfectly. But if we have found in our monitoring tool that someone has attempted to log in and we have blocked it, we immediately inform you. Hey, you are using PhonePe and someone had tried to log in. We have blocked them, but could you confirm were it you? And there could be cases that someone actually logs into your phone pay and the money is actually debited out. Then we have to enforce prevention protocols, and that's a separate topic. But I hope you all are clear when I say what is file integrity monitoring and what is SOC monitoring. SOC, again repeating, security operations control monitoring, file integrity monitoring. The name itself tells you we have to ensure the contents of a file has its integrity, which means whatever was written is actually written and no changes are made. So yeah, this is the video. Let's get more technical and I'll give you more examples. So yeah. Let's say we get a job, okay? We have to be the manager of the SOC team, Security Operations Center team of a bank. And what do we do, okay? So, apart from the generic stuff, which is monitoring security incidents, let's get deep diving and let's understand what actual job demands. So, we all know a security operations center is the central unit which is responsible for monitoring an organization's IT infrastructures. Now, IT infrastructures has a lot of things. It consists of networks, servers, applications, endpoint. Now, apart from that, there are cyber threats, intrusions, and security incidents happening on a network, security incidents happening on a server and an application and endpoints. So, the Security Operations Center main function is to detect, analyze, and respond to security events using people, process, and technology. Now, a SOC manager part is to continuously monitor logs and alerts from security systems. Now, there are various tools. Security monitoring system tool is known as SIEM tool, SIM tool, and then we have intrusion detection system tools, intrusion protection system tools, endpoint detection tool, etc. So these tools help us to investigate suspicious activities, triage, and classify events into false positives versus real threat and coordinate incident response when needed. Now, let's say we are working in a India bank and let's understand the typical responsibility of a SOC manager. Now, main is like to monitor the technology of the bank, understand tech stack, and gather information for the attacks and suspicious activities. Now, after you have identified the attack, evaluate the severity. Very critical. You need to understand whether this attack is a high critical attack, medium criticality attack, or a low criticality attack. Because once you do that, there are SLAs designed for them. Service level SLAs are. What do you say, service level agreements. Now, SLAs are categories, like if it's a high critical security attack or a high critical security incident, then this incident needs to be properly attended and resolved within 24 hours. If it's medium, it can be 1 week. If it's low, then it can take up to 30 days. Every company has their own SLAs defined. It depends come from company to company. So yeah, but obviously high SLAs, high criticality events will obviously have a higher SLAs. Like it would be an immediate action, and a low criticality it'll have couple of days. So that's what you have to understand. Now, responding to security alerts, investigate, analyze logs, network, endpoints, application, take initial containment mitigation steps if required, or escalate to more specified teams and define the escalation process. So, SOC team now every incident that they see need not be coming from security perspective. Sometimes the SOC team have to understand what kind of security threat this is and understand from their knowledge which team will be most appropriate for solving this incident. SOC manager is also responsible for creating the escalation matrix, escalation procedures, and SLAs for well defined processes and procedures, and they follow the procedures which are regulated by the banking things and mostly global standards. Okay, SOC manager also collaborate with other security teams, that is threat intelligence team, vulnerability management team, compliance team, and so on. They also have to ensure all the regulatory requirements are meeting in place. For example, let's say if the bank has only certain number of employees, okay, and the SLA for a critical event, let's say, is 48 hours. But RBI says no, 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 no. If there is a critical security incident, it needs to be resolved within 24 hours. So we, as a SOC manager, have to go and change the escalation procedure in SLA. And there is a possibility that, you know what, the SLA is also 24 hours, but still it was not solved in 24 hours. What do? It got exceeded. So proper reasoning, proper exemption needs to be taken on the resolution of that security incident. Good to have skills is that if the SOC manager understand these operation tools like SIM tools, EDR, IPS tools, and they have analytical mindset, to ability to understand and determine these events. Now, more incident response skills include investigating incidents, containment, remediation, coordination with multiple teams, ability to follow and perhaps help refine documented processes and procedures and SOPs. So yeah, good communication skills is one of the greatest boon for a SOC manager. So that's very, very important. Yeah, that is it, guys. Also, guys, let me show you step by step the documentations I have created for a SOC manager and what do they do. Let me just show you. Okay, so can you see this? This is known as CSIRP plan, Cyber Security Incident Response Plan. So this plan conducts or has following activities: preparation of a cybersecurity incident, detection, analysis, containment, eradication, recovery, and post incident activities. So, cyber security incident response plan is something every company will have. Now, there is various kinds of incidents that happens, and every SOC team has to go through such incidents. Now, what are the categories of these incidents? First category is unauthorized access, denial of service, malicious code, improper usage. So these are the categories in which incident happen, and security operations center team gets those incidents. Usually, to practice security incidents and to make aware the entire organization, there are tabletop exercises which are conducted. Let me give you an example how these tabletop exercises are conducted. Now, as you can see, these are some do's and don'ts of tabletop exercises, and this is a simulation to make people understand that when a security incident happens, what all things a person should do. Like they should use only approved channels of communication. They should ensure that they are talking to the attorney and informing the legal team. They are make suring and taking advice from you. They should never use the word breach or hacked, because that gives a negative kind of a situation to the other users who are going to use the application. This is one of the scenarios showing the cybersecurity incident happening. Another scenario of Alice, who is a new joinee, and then she's overburdened with work, and then because of this overburdenedness, she leaks the data. And that's it, guys, for the video. Really hope you enjoyed watching this file integrity and SOC monitoring tool and examples of this, and what a SOC manager does by being a member of SOC team. Doodles! Thank you so much for watching my video till the end. I hope you all have understood what does a SOC manager do when he gets appointed as the manager of Security Operations Center team. I hope this was helpful, this was useful for professionals trying to get cybersecurity as their job profile. all the best, and I hope you get the best job in the field of cybersecurity, governance, risk compliance. My name is Madhumita. I'm signing off, and I will see you all next time. Bye.